Where honed blades clash. And hope this will last long enough for me to get to the final setup. I'm probably, when I put this on YouTube, I'm gonna cut out the part that I forgot to, you know, get out of the be right back screen, and luckily not much happened there, and B, where I'm sitting here fiddling around with shit.
Is this really okay?
I told you I could do it using the leftover funds from the original deposit. Don't tell me you're afraid that I cheaped out on the dress.
No, not at all. I have only the fullest faith in your work, Miss Chiori. I'm just in shock, that's all. It's always been my dream to wear a Chiori boutique dress for my wedding. I really thought the chance had passed me by.
Always been my dream. How long has Chiori been around?
Wait, isn't that Chiori? She's actually at her shop today?
Perhaps it's because of Fontaine Fashion Week.
You've got a point there. Well, once she's done with her customer, we can go and ask her.
Yeah, I don't think that's exactly what it is, but I know who you're talking about.
I'm a woman of my word. If I say I can do something, then it'll be done. The first rule of business is to always keep your promises.
Second rule is to please step on me also.
Now, remember to not fold the gown, or store it under direct sunlight. I'd recommend only taking it out on the day of the wedding. But from the look on your face, I can tell that may be a little difficult for you.
Oh, I'll try my best. Once he sees me in this, his jaw is gonna drop straight to the floor.
Chiori, you're actually at your shop today!
Is that really so shocking? It is mine, after all.
Yes, it is actually.
Anything you're looking for today?
Please.
A custom design,
please.
Or perhaps some
my own
ready-to-wear
design.
outfits for kids?
Hey, Paimon's not a kid!
Cause, like, it'd be cool in different, you know, cutscenes to have a different outfit. We actually want to ask about.
That. Well, if news of the event has reached your ears, I suppose the Fontaine Apparel Association's advertising efforts have paid off.
Or we're just fucking nosy.
Are there any fun and popular activities that we can take part in?
It's a fashion show, Paimon.
Ugh, Fashion Week isn't what I'd call fun. But it certainly always attracts a crowd. It's a fashion extravaganza that only takes place once a year, after all.
Will you be showing off some of your designs too?
What do you think?
Of course. All designers at the Court of Fontaine use the week to advertise their brand. If you're lucky, you could even land a large amount of orders as soon as the main show ends.
Hey, Paimon is here asking the smartest smart of questions.
Come to think of it, it was also at a previous fashion week that our label first took off.
Aren't you pretty much an established name now? People will still buy your clothes even if you don't participate this year, right?
Something, yeah.
Yeah, that's not quite how it
I know,
works.
right?
While many people buy clothes for fit and style, the fashion industry also strongly values a label's artistic vision and creative direction.
Eclipse, have you seen the intro video for her? By the way. I will pause this just to show it to you. It is epic, like epic. Let me go ahead. Get it back before I... Like, didn't have much feeling towards her either way, and then after seeing that, absolutely amazing. 10 out of 10. That's fine. You'd probably really like the new Archon quests, but...
Hello? Is someone gonna tailor my suit?
What were you thinking? Why would you keep a Tenryo Commission official waiting?
But he was last in line.
Foolish girl. You are no apprentice of mine!
Did you hear me?
Hey, it's first come, first served.
This wedding dress needs to be ready for fitting by nightfall. Alof, raise the waist a little higher to accentuate her figure. And the sleeves need shortening. I'll fetch the material.
Got it.
I knew it. That dress is for Letitia, isn't it? Always dreamed of wearing a Chiori wedding dress. Aww. So some poor girl's dumb dream is more important than my business dinner? Huh?
Oh my, so sorry. I was looking for my fabric shears. Those were the wrong ones.
This was an expensive suit.
Oops. Oh, not those ones either.
Lock the door.
What are you gonna do?
What do you mean? I thought you wanted your suit tailored.
Chiori, who'd you throw out this time?
What are you saying? I did nothing. This one jumped out all by himself. He better pay me for the window.
This can't happen again.
You're right. Next time I'll lock the windows too.
So yes.
Why would anyone patronize a label that hasn't even bothered to put out any new designs
Yeah,
for the year?
absolutely.
In the end, fashion is just a representation of the spirit of the times. People support your brand because they support the vision it represents.
Huh. Okay, so maybe fashion's more complicated than Paimon thought.
Everything tends to be Paimon.
All that complicated stuff aside, you're saying we'll be able to see new Chiori designs at the show?
Can we wear them?
Absolutely. The designs have already been finalized. I'm just waiting for the fabrics to arrive.
Ooh, are you using materials you can't get in Fontaine?
What gives you that clue?
Well, I still have a certain partiality to Inazuma-made fabrics. The textures are pleasant to the touch, and their familiarity gives me a sense of security.
Oh, Paimon gets it! It's that feeling of home.
Hey, Paimon, you don't have a home.
Ugh. Something
being mean
like
with
that.
that.
Yes.
We're a long way from Inazuma, though. Aren't you concerned that your shipment might get lost or stolen along the way?
Foreshadowing?
No need to worry. I've already taken steps to ensure that it'll arrive safely. I've entrusted the job to Komani Express's most reliable courier.
Edie!
Excuse me. Coming through. Coming through. Chiori, your shipment's here. I know it's quite late, so I'm really sorry.
Deep breaths, Kirara. Then start again.
Huh? And you're with customers as well? Oh, jeez. I've really kept everyone waiting. I'm so sorry. This is all my fault.
You don't recognize me?
These two are the Traveler and Paimon. With how well traveled you are, you've probably heard of them already.
We've met before! At least in
And
the past
this is Kirara, Star Courier of
Yes.
the Komani Express.
events.
She's a Nakamata, in case you were wondering about the tales.
Oh,
Pleased to make your acquaintance. And sorry you had to see me like this. I know I'm late, but if an opportunity arises in the future, I still hope you'll choose Komania Express.
So, what was the holdup? Sailing delays, bad weather?
Ball of yarn.
Huh? No, nothing like that. I just ran into a bit of trouble, that's all.
Ball of yarn.
Bandits, then? Or treasure hoarders?
Fish.
A few run-ins on the road aren't usually enough to give you any trouble.
Well, I didn't run into anyone exactly. I just got a little lost.
Keeping you honest as always, I see.
All right. I was stopped by a group of bandits as soon as I entered Fontaine. They were a little different from the ones I usually run into. I could hear them mumbling about Komania Express. It was obvious they were looking for someone with two tails.
so it was a targeted hit?
I got the sense that they were actually targeting Chiori's goods.
My fabric shipment?
Yeah, they said that I could go as long as I left the goods with them. Otherwise, they'd stuff me into my delivery box and toss me into the sea to drown.
And you let them.
Oh, are you okay, Kirara?
You have the power.
I'm good. I'm still a yokai after all. I turned them over to the guards. It just took me a while to round them all up.
Well, it's not completely out of the ordinary for one of your deliveries to get intercepted. But it still doesn't make sense how you knew it was my goods they were after. You've got other deliveries to make in Fontaine, don't you? Is there something else that you're keeping from me?
Well...
Those tails!
Perhaps I need to reconsider how many stars to give you in my review.
You always know how to get me, Chiori. Alright, I'll talk. So, I kinda wanted to know why anyone would order a hit on me, so I spent a bit
competitor?
of time investigating. One of the bandits had a loose tongue, which saved me some time. He said that a certain person had commissioned them to intercept Chioria Boutique's delivery.
Oh, arrival.
And who might this person be?
Chiori, why don't we just let this one go? I mean, I didn't really get injured, and you've still got Fashion Week to worry about.
Asking because somebody's about to be
I
murdered.
appreciate your kindness, Kirara, but if I don't teach this person a lesson, I doubt they'll stop here. Anyone that dares to mess with one of my friends deserves a stern talking to and then some.
Then some.
Alright. The guy said that the commissioner was someone by the name of Uter.
Uter. Now that name rings a bell. Wouldn't you say, Kirara?
Well, that's exactly why I didn't want to bring it up to you.
Fun.
So you both know this Uter guy?
Sorry.
Through Chiori's complaints about him, sure. He's a fellow fashion designer who's made it his goal in life to make hers as miserable as possible.
Fun.
So he's like a business rival.
I mean, kinda by the
A
sound of it.
rival is what you call someone who fights you fair and square. Uter, however, just has it out for me as a designer. He's publicly disparaged my design choices, my use of materials. He's practically tried every trick in the book to ruin my good name.
Oi.
I've already warned him before to compete with me fair and square, but I guess he prefers playing dirty. Well, I'm more than happy to oblige.
Fun.
Wait, Chiori, where are you going?
To murder someone.
To teach someone a lesson. You must be tired after your long journey. Why don't you rest in my shop for a little while before heading
Violence!
back?
Violence! Violence!
Chiori! Wait!
And she's gone.
And you're not stopping her.
Oh no. What should we do?
Run after her.
You seem concerned. Should we be worried about Chiori?
I'm more worried about the other guy.
Well, she's always been the type of person to face things head on. But with her fiery temper, I'm just worried whatever she's about to do will fuel negative publicity about her right before the start of Fashion Week. Traveler, Paimon, could you go after her and check out the situation for me? As a formal employee of Komonia Express, it wouldn't be appropriate for me to get involved.
I mean, we were already gonna get involved, but since you asked,
We'll take good care of Chiori.
define.
To be honest, I'm more worried about that Uter guy's safety.
Good that me and Kriara are keeping up on the same, page on that. And Paimon's about 1,000 pages behind. As usual. Oh, hi!
Any chance you're on the clock, officer?
Nothing good ever comes out of you addressing me like that. Oh? And I see the Traveler and Paimon are here too.
Yes.
Chevraz, we meet again.
Yeah, out on
Well,
patrol.
things have been fine on my end. We were able to bring in a large number of recruits thanks to that film we made.
I mean, that's not.
I suppose the trade-off is that I'm now constantly getting stopped for autographs while out on patrol. Not ideal, if you ask me.
Well, you were one of the leading roles after all.
So, did something happen?
No, we just came by to chat.
Indeed it did. I'll need you to come with me.
I only ever hear that phrase from you.
It was
Usually
an action
I'm the one
film.
asking people to do that.
It was one of the events.
Well, are you coming?
Not before I know what you're planning.
A little violence.
Have I ever made a bad call?
The better question is, have you ever made one that didn't violate proper procedure?
I mean, I could say the same to you.
Okay.
Even
A
though it
man
was an
hired
action
a group
fighting,
of bandits to mug my friend. I'm about to go teach him a lesson.
Are you sure this is something you should be telling the captain of the special patrol? It's getting hard to tell whether you're here to report a case or turn yourself in for one.
Neither. I'm requesting personal supervision from said captain, so I don't do anything too out of line.
Are you planning to?
No promises.
Not if I can help it.
Oh, she is. She's awesome.
All right.
You
Where
should
is
watch
this
the
person?
event.
Follow me.
She's a 4-star, so she wouldn't have a story.
Just promise you'll start trying to keep yourself out of trouble.
Well, when trouble stops coming my way, I'll be sure to get on that.
Mark. All of it.
This should be the place. You all wait here. I'll go have a chat with him.
Will he end up going out one of the windows?
You know, Chevraz, Paimon gets the sense that you two are actually pretty close.
It's just as Chiori said. We got to know each other pretty well in our lines of work. You could call it a you scratch my back and I'll scratch yours sort of situation.
Does Chiori often need your help?
I'd say it's mutual. The Special Patrol needs her help quite often as well. We've got tough problems of our own. Getting people to talk, for example. The uniform, the musket, they're intimidating. Most people clam up the minute they see us. Lips sealed so tight, getting them to talk almost feels like trying to break into the fortress of Meripede. But put them in a clothing boutique, and they suddenly start gushing faster than the waters at the Fountain of Lucine.
Oh, is it because they're trying to show off or something?
Yep. People are vain creatures. They can't help but want to talk up new developments in their lives or show off how much they know about other people. And nothing brings out that sort of vanity quite like fashion. As a result, Chiori often picks up on all kinds of information in her shop. Most of her customers are members of the upper class, which means they're pretty much up to the gills in wealth and intel.
You
Fuller
scratch
talk.
my back and I'll scratch yours. Huh, Paimon gets it now.
Oh, good to keep up.
Exactly. I'm also here to ensure Chiori's safety. Those who make trouble for her also tend to be rich and powerful. And in some very rare cases, I'm forced to protect other people from Chiori herself. So, who got on her case this time? It's been a while since I last saw her that angry.
Oh, so this is what happened.
The time clock.
Huh? Uter, you say?
You've heard of him?
Yep. He's made trouble for Chiori several times already. He's fond of pretty much every dirty trick in the book. I heard that even the Maison Gardiennage issued him a warning due to his behavior.
So why are we still standing out here?
So he's back at it, huh? His funeral, I guess.
Whoa, what's this about a funeral all of a sudden?
It's lots of fun.
I just meant that Uter's done for. Now bring it in, you two. Get right up close.
Sure, but why?
He's been in there for a bit.
Because this is probably going to turn into one of those very rare cases I just talked about.
Oh, he's going through the window! Or the door. Paimon?
What are you doing? Stay away from me!
Yeah, but Paimon is.
Has anyone ever taught you the definition of stupidity?
Huh?
Stupidity is doing the same meaningless thing over and over again.
And expecting different results.
It appears you've forgotten what I told you before. So, allow me to refresh your memory. Lay off the dirty tricks.
Do we have to do this in front of the people? I mean, yes.
Oh, and if you dare lay your hands on my friend again, you can expect a far less pleasant landing next time.
Ahem. Chiori?
Officer, an assault's in progress! Please, officer, you've got to do something!
Of course. I'll do my utmost to investigate the situation. Unfortunately, I was chatting with this traveler and seemed to have missed what happened.
Yeah, shame.
Not to worry, though. If you'd allow me to search the scene, I'm sure I'll be able to collect some useful evidence. You don't mind, do you? There's nothing in there that would implicate you in any illegal activity, I would hope.
Forget it. It wasn't that big of a deal.
Ms. Chiori, I must also ask you to refrain from engaging in such disorderly conduct in the future, especially out in the open like this.
Especially out in the open.
Apologies, officer. I guess you could say I'm just used to tossing out any trash I come across on the street.
You...
Is there anything else either of you have to say for yourselves?
That's all from me. I sincerely hope that today's events will never happen again.
We'll see about that.
Whoa, that scared the heck out of Paimon! How did he just go flying out like that?
He was thrown. Such a graceful.
You're too kind.
Now's not the time to be accepting compliments. What happened to not doing anything too out of line?
I mean, that's in line with what she
Not
is.
if I could help it, is what I said. And I think I kept to that. I started with a verbal warning, but he displayed neither shame nor remorse. If anything, he kept running his mouth with insults and threats.
Insults and threats so bad that he deserved to be tossed out like a sack of trash?
Believe it or not, they were that bad. He deserved to get knocked down a peg. It's the only way to get him to stop.
You could have reported him to the guards.
Oh, I will. But it'll take some time for them to gather evidence. And he denied that he ever had anything to do with those bandits. I don't want anything else to happen during Fontaine Fashion Week. On top of that, if Kirara is going to continue delivering goods for me, the least I can do is guarantee her safety. Oh, that reminds me. There is another favor I'd like to ask of you today.
No.
What a shame. I believe you've already used up your favor quota for the day.
Have I? Well, it's a good thing I was planning on taking an advance on tomorrow's quota then.
Don't you think you're maxed out on advances already?
I always pay you back in information, don't I? It's just like you said. You scratch my back, and I scratch yours.
Well, jeez.
We're back.
Murder has
You were gone for
been
an
done.
awfully long time. Oh, please tell me nothing bad happened.
Define bad.
There's nothing to worry about. All you need to know is that you'll never have to worry about someone in Fontaine messing with your deliveries again.
X'd out.
Sorry, Chiori. I didn't mean to cause you so much trouble.
What are you talking about? You didn't do anything wrong. Those greedy bandits are to blame, along with a certain someone who doesn't know when to lay off the petty tricks. The next time you need to leave the city, call the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. They'll escort you half of the way, and the Spina di Rosula can take the second half. With that sort of escort,
The Mafia.
the next time you make a delivery, those treasure hoarders won't go anywhere near your goods. Unless, of course, it's to offer to carry them for you.
Good one, Chiori.
I'm being serious. You know me. If I bring something up, you can assume it's already a done deal. You're going back to Inazuma tomorrow, right?
Wait, you don't mean...
I've already spoken to the captain of the Special Patrol. As discussed, the patrol's going to take a small detour during their daily training tomorrow. As for Navia, I'll give her a heads up in a bit.
There's really no need. I'm just a simple courier. I don't need to be surrounded by a bunch of armed guards. Or ones with sunglasses, for that matter. Don't you think this is a bit much?
Fine, too much.
Well, you certainly shouldn't count on such a procession for every trip you make to Fontaine. It's just a one-off thing, for my own peace of mind. It'll also show those guys what'll happen to those who dare to mess with my friends.
She's already talking.
Well, if you think it's a good idea, Traveler, then... I guess it's fine.
Well, with the bad guys out of the way and your goods safely delivered, everything should be good to go for Fontaine Fashion Week, right?
Paimon, don't jinx
I
it.
believe so. I'll try to churn out a few more outfits over the next few days. I've heard a lot of suppliers will be participating this year.
Paimon's gonna take a guess and say suppliers are super important.
Nah.
But of course, they supply us designers with funding, equipment, factory access. You have to work with them if you want to become a truly renowned fashion house. That's also why this year's Fashion Week is so important to me.
I'm quite sure
But
every fashion week's
isn't your
important.
brand already really famous, Chiori? Your clothes are so pretty and so nice to wear. I can't help but brag about them to my customers whenever I get the chance.
Even so, I would imagine there are still people who've never heard of the Chiori brand, yes?
Well... I mean, with the amount of places that I deliver to, it's only natural that some people from other nations haven't heard of it.
Then it's still not famous enough. My goal is to make the Chiori brand renowned throughout all of Teyvat.
All of it? Your business would have to get pretty huge then.
I mean,
Wait, would that mean I could just go to any Chiori branch on the continent to get my clothes fixed? It has been pretty inconvenient having to come to Fontaine every time I need to get them patched up.
Alternatively, of course, you could just be a bit more careful with them. They're already about as durable as I can make them.
he's a cat.
Okay, I'll admit, they do get snagged on branches pretty often, but I can't help it. It's hard to be careful about that sort of thing when you're trying to take a nice nap in a tree.
Well, if that's your dream, Chiori, then we should do our best to make it a reality. Is there anything we can do to help out with Fashion Week?
Good that you had we when I'm going to be doing all the work.
I'm sure I could think of something.
Don't let me cut any fabric. I tried doing fabric cutting and all this
Oh,
other
what is
stuff
it?
to help
What is
Mom
it?
once.
Why don't you come to my shop tomorrow and model for me? Simply put, you'll serve as my living mannequins.
Can I keep the clothes?
Oh, so we get to try on some of your clothes? Got it!
Seeing them off the rack will also give me the chance to make some small adjustments to the stitching and the silhouette of the designs.
Sounds easy enough.
You keep the outfit?
Most of the clothes you see during Fashion Week are meant to showcase the designer's vision. They're not exactly suitable for ready-to-wear use.
God damn it.
If you like them, though, feel free to visit the boutique and see if anything catches your eye. I'll even give you a special discount.
Whoa.
Ooh,
Seriously?
sounds great! Paimon was just starting to get curious about all this design stuff.
Please.
Then we have a deal. You'll model some formal wear, Traveler, and I don't know. Paimon here will show off some kids' designs. I'll see you both tomorrow then.
Yep, sounds good. Wait, kids' clothes? Paimon told you already she's not a little kid!
Yeah, but she also does mezzanines and uses good for kid.
My husband promised to get me a replica of the most eye-catching outfit from the show.
Oh, I was gonna show you something, if you're willing to see. I have Ciarfox.
It's so much quieter outside.
All expenses paid travel?
Alright, oops. I am smart. Damn it. I was say, nothing like having to do puzzles to ruin my fucking brain. He has this ability. Let's see.
So hard to pick the perfect gift.
Oh, accidentally got out of it. But well, she's a delivery cat. And she can also climb. She leaves footprints. Climb. Yeah. Totes adorable. Why did I say totes? I hate. I've collected them more or less, slowly. Unless people send me money specifically for pulling, I do it,
Keep up.
all free to play. Alright, we are. And I still don't have a lot, actually. Comparatively speaking. I was trying to go for her. You know, Foxy mommy. Since, like I said, I am Fox, did not get her. And the next one I get is... I also tried to get the Raiden Shogun, but didn't get that, but I get him next. And of course, the father after that. Hi, I'm here. Knock knock. Oh, I can actually enter.
Chiori, we're here!
Woo!
You're here early. I haven't even opened the shop yet.
Not unlocked.
Wait,
Left the door.
has Kirara left already?
Yep, with the special patrol. Bright and early.
Did everything go all right on the road?
I believe so. The patrol makes for quite the entourage.
Fishes
The way
and
they
bears.
marched forward with Kirara in the center, you'd think she was some sort of VIP. For the second leg, the Spina also came with a pretty large group, led by Navia herself. They took care to clear the path beforehand as well. Kirara won't so much as step on a single stray rock on her journey. I even heard that Navia decided out of the blue to make a batch of macarons as a going-away gift for Kirara. An excellent souvenir to remember Fontaine by, I'd say.
Sounds like Navia really got into it.
Yes.
My thoughts exactly. She even lamented the fact that she didn't have time to prepare something even fancier. I'm pretty sure she can't wait for another escort opportunity to come her way.
You know, now that you mention Navia, Paimon thinks the two of you are actually pretty similar. You say what you mean, and when you have an idea, you really hit the ground running.
I suppose that's why we're such good friends. Navia has a certain resilience about her. It's part of who she is. No matter what comes her way, she never bows down in the face of adversity. That sort of determination and courage is something I really admire. That same spirit is the true vision of my brand. When she first mentioned commissioning an outfit from my boutique, well, I'm sure you can imagine my excitement.
Yeah.
It's like finding the perfect brand ambassador, huh?
Indeed. Customers pay attention not just to the clothes, but also to the figures in society who wear said clothes. People like to copy the styles of those they look up to.
Huh. And here Paimon thought all that mattered was for the clothes to look cute.
Fashion is about more than just looks, my dear. Especially if you've got your sights set on a market the size of Teyvat.
For me, is it comfortable and
Well, would you look at the time?
Can take wear and tear.
Oh yeah. Come on, let's get down to business. We're
To defeat the
here to
Huns?
model.
Indeed. Give me a moment while I go retrieve some fabrics and sample outfits. Why don't you help me set up the shop displays in the meantime?
You trust me with that? Also,
Set them up. How exactly?
also, side note, they probably won't actually have
Carefully
it on our
organize
models.
the ready-to-wear clothes with an eye toward their types and styles. This way, we can guarantee that the customers will see something different every day.
Whoa, there sure is a lot that goes into running a store.
We're running a potion shop!
Well then, I'll leave the displays to you.
Shouldn't.
So, we just need to put all the clothes with similar styles together, right?
Not that hard. Wow!
Not bad. You might just have an eye for design.
I went to an art college.
Anyway, let's move on to the real task at hand.
Pretty clothing!
Over here, stand still. I'll take your measurements first.
Excuse me, Miss Chiori.
Leanne.
Oh, good morning, Leanne. How have you been recently?
Not too bad.
Your gown will be ready next week, so there's no need to worry about missing the ball. Or did you come here today because you'd like to make a new request, perhaps?
Oh, no. Nothing like that, Miss Chiori. To be honest, I came here today to cancel my order for that gown.
Cancel your order.
But you can keep the deposit, of course. I know you can't return any materials you've already used.
Don't worry about the materials. I'm more concerned about you. Did something happen, Leanne? Have your plans changed?
I just found something more pretty.
It's all right. I'm not trying to make things difficult for you. I'll take note of the cancellation.
Thank you. I'm really sorry.
Are you?
Don't worry about it. Just let me know if there's anything I can do to help.
Are we gonna be investigators?
Is it just Paimon, or was she acting a bit strange just now? Wonder why she wouldn't tell us why she was canceling her order.
It's not a big deal. These things happen every once in a while. A family emergency, an important payday falling through, a lover's quarrel, no one to take you to the ball.
Someone interfering with your business?
Heard it all. Judging from the look on her face, something's keeping her from revealing the truth to us. It's best not to pry.
Well, guess this means you'll have more time to work on Fashion Week, right?
That's true. Come, let's pick up where we left off.
Is Miss Chiori in?
I am. How can I help you?
I'd like to return this item.
Oh, could I ask why?
It's just, not to my liking. You said I could get a refund if I wasn't satisfied, so that's why I'm here.
Is there something about it that didn't meet your expectations? Are the sleeves too short, or is the color too dark? I can always make those adjustments for you.
Oh, no need. You don't have to concern yourself with that. I'd just like that refund, please.
And I'd be happy to process that for you. If you could just tell me the cause of your dissatisfaction.
Is Chiori here? I'd like to return my outfit.
Another one?
Is there some sort of new calamity coming that I haven't heard about? Another flood? Or an apocalypse, maybe? What does the prophecy say this time? You'll be spared if you get rid of all your clothes? Surely the entire population of Fontaine didn't convene and pick this one day to come and return my clothes. What is going on?
What kind of rags are you trying to sell us, huh? The way I see it, this shop is nothing more than a black market front run by a bunch of dirty criminals. Please calm down, sir.
What is he talking about?
Haven't you heard? Chiori Boutique has been exposed for having close ties with criminals. It's all over the papers.
And just who
is it that dares to throw that accusation around?
Well, you tell us. The fabrics you've got here, they're all sourced from underground factories, aren't they?
I've been transparent about my materials from the very beginning. I've already proved there's nothing wrong with them. If a little hearsay and baseless slander are enough to convince you, then by all means, go ahead and hand over your garments right now. Spare yourself from that flood of yours. Or have you not been convinced of that one just yet?
You...
Elof!
Miss Chiori?
Go outside and help these customers with their return requests. There's no need to ask them why. We'll refund them at the purchase price.
Alright.
And once you're done, put up the sign that says we're closed for the day.
I'm about to beat someone's
Got it.
ass.
Chiori.
These rumors, I wonder.
They couldn't be more fabricated if you tried. No need to worry about them. I'm sure they'll go away on their own in a few days.
I don't think so.
The real goal here is to divert my attention away from Fashion Week. The best response right now is to tune it out and focus on finalizing my designs.
Can I get some clothes?
If you say so, but Paimon still can't help but worry.
The best way to respond to public skepticism is to let your work speak for itself. There will be no doubt about the quality of my work once my new designs are released. The public just has to see it for themselves.
Miss Chiori, bad news!
Oh, for the love of... Can a woman not get a moment of peace to do her work?
It's our accessories supplier. They just sent word that they'll no longer be able to supply us during Fashion Week.
What? No accessories? Not even the ones we pre-ordered?
Yes, that's what their messenger said.
And what about the models we asked them to book for us?
I think they'll probably pull out as well.
Even the suppliers believe those nasty rumors?
Is the messenger still here?
No, they've already left.
So, no accessories means no brooches, no bow ties, things like that?
Not just that. It means no gems, ribbons, gold thread. All the elements that lend life and soul to my designs.
I guess I'm a model now.
But if you take those away, does that mean you won't be able to make your designs at all?
Nah.
Alof, you stay and watch the shop. I'll go talk to the supplier myself.
No.
Yeah, and we can vouch for you too. We'll make sure your supplier knows there's nothing wrong with your clothes.
I was gonna throw this out there. We
Thank
are
you.
saviors of the world.
In that case, please come with me.
Multiple fucking times.
I know Miss Chiori has put a lot of work into making Fashion Week a success. I hope you can talk things through with the supplier.
Or beat them up. I choose violence. I mean, we haven't... I mean... Yeah. No, they resealed the water one, technically. And the wife is off in the dark sea dying. I mean, we ruined Scaramouche, but he wasn't technically a god yet. We actually haven't slain any official gods.
Keep up.
By the way, we really are just going to talk, right?
Of course. I wouldn't do anything to one of my business partners, especially when a reasonable conversation should suffice.
Be right back. I'm gonna get something. Nom nom. Because this sounds entertaining. Thanks.
Who is it?
Venger, it's Chiori. We've worked together all these years. The least you could do is allow me a face-to-face conversation.
Straightforward as always, I see. You know, there are certain conventions people usually follow if they want to seek someone's company. Sending a messenger, for example.
And when has following convention ever gotten me anywhere? Why hire a messenger when I can just explain things in person?
Have you read the papers today?
I don't like to waste my time on baseless lies and speculation. Maybe that's something you should consider as well.
You're right. I only subscribe to the Steambird. And most days, I never even read the others.
So, these rumors. The Steambird was the one that published them?
No, not at all. They were in some second-rate fashion tabloids.
Well then, there you go. Those sort of headlines become old news faster than you can read them. Surely a bit of tabloid drama isn't worth cutting off my supply.
You would think that. But this time is different. Someone paid off the tabloids to publish the same article at once. They even went so far as to leave a copy in front of every house. That's how I first learned of the rumors.
Every house? That means someone must have been planning this for a very long time.
It seems your rival really pulled out all the stops this time, Chiori. The article was even published alongside a photo of you.
What sort of photo?
A photo of you beating up someone on the street yesterday.
Yesterday? Wait, that means...
Uter again.
Here, I've got a copy. See for yourselves.
Boutique. Oh, we're going down to Fortress of Meripede, located with our good Porter Fontaine claims to be a clothing store with a unique style. There is another side to this tale for the views who look beneath the facade. Sources in Fortress of Meripede say there are not a few criminals have boasted of wearing Chiori Boutique's clothes. I just felt the atmosphere in there suited me, convicted felon Lyle said. These rooms were met with a wide approval from many of his fellow inmates. Our sources also state that the prisoner who was recently convicted of— yeah, I'm snacking on pizza. I mean, she has no control over who buys her fucking clothes. Upon close inspection, the Chiori has many suppliers. The boutique is a truth comparable to an invisible hand, like a spider's web to protect those evildoers. Our investigations show that the Wigner family supplies ornaments that adorn her designs. And a certain member of this household is a freak. Okay! Frequent glass, they might be saying a family member! Not only that, but many customers have also been subject to rough treatment. Mr. Valorant, a real brute, that one. Never mind refusing to tailor my clothes. Why, she seized her scissors and began wrecking them. Threw me out the window. A clothing store? More like a thief's lair, if you ask me. Just the day before this report was going to print, another such brutal act occurred in the streets. Just imagine, if you would, the scene playing out as depicted in the photo above. Chiori and her countenance terrifying as she grabbed her competitor, Mr. Uther, by the scruff, making threatening gestures toward him. This incident was ultimately broken up by the guards who reached the scene. When we asked criminals why they appreciate the brand, the answer we received that Chiori employs illegal competitive tactics to come up on top, giving hope to evildoers among us. that wrongdoings can still prevail, provided you conceal it under the guise of fashion and beauty. Perhaps those who purchase clothes from this establishment may be following this establishment's philosophy. Prefer to liquidate those whom they have disagreements with. Is your boutique indeed a place blindly flattered by fashionistas, keeps an exclusive clientele of crooks? She has no control over who buys her stuff.
The true Chiori boutique takes shape. Not a fashion house, but a house of lies. Relying on its close ties to the criminal underworld, the Chiori brand employs illegal competitive tactics to
Good that Paimon is reading aloud for me.
giving hope to the evildoers among us that wrongdoing can still prevail, provided you conceal it under the guise of fashion and beauty.
I don't know what happened, and I don't want to comment on things that I didn't see with my own eyes. Still, that photo shows you to be the clear aggressor.
The entire Genshin.
Yeah, he was the one who started it, that little...
I appreciate you standing up for me, Paimon, but it can't be helped now.
That's right. The court of public opinion has already made up its mind. Still, I've got to give your rival high marks for effort. They even dug up the fact that my father once served time in the fortress of Meripede.
Yeah, but sins of the father!
But that was so long ago.
In the world of fashion, your past is like a piece of clothing stained with mud.
But it's your father!
Once tainted, it can never be washed clean. They claim that most of your clientele are criminals and that those who buy your clothes are just like you. People who silence all dissent with violence.
The absurdity. I don't even know which part to laugh at the most.
Well, it's no laughing matter.
Well, it's better than crying.
Maybe your clientele are criminals. Maybe they're not. There's even the possibility that they're just people who happen to commit crimes after buying your clothes. But with the way this article combines fact with rumor, trying to determine the truth is practically an exercise of futility. It's not something people are just going to forget about in a day or two.
Does it seem?
Venger, are you sure you won't reconsider? If we go through with the show together, we can defeat them fair and square.
If I were younger, I might have said yes. But I'm no longer that brave young man with nothing to lose. I've got the family business to consider now. I'd be perfectly happy to work with you again after this, but my daughter is manning the store during Fashion Week, and I don't want her implicated in all of this. She doesn't deserve to be swarmed by all that negative publicity.
I understand.
Let me offer you a piece of advice, Chiori. For old time's sake. Let this Fashion Week go. There's always next year. You just need to wait for all of this to blow over.
You're free to wait things out, Venger. I'll make my own choices.
Have you ever thought maybe that attitude of yours is what's gotten you into all this trouble?
It would have gotten her anywhere.
Have you ever thought maybe this attitude of mine is precisely what paved the way for my success?
Well, fair enough. Then I suppose all there's left to say is, best of luck. As for the models, none of them wanted to be implicated in all of this either.
Good, I'll be here,
Understood.
Navia will be here, and
Take care.
See if I could get Farina, because fuck them! I don't know if we're gonna add Farina to this.
So, what should we do now?
Murder people. I mean,
without the accessories, I can no longer use my old designs.
How could they do this? They're making things up. The boutique doesn't have anything to do with violent criminals. Can't people tell this is just a bunch of lies?
Public opinion has never been about what's true and what's not. It's about echoing the loudest voice in the room.
And propaganda.
I should have seen it from the beginning. Uter knows me too well. Everything that happened yesterday was just a trap.
Well, guess all we can do is just head back for now.
Charlotte!
Traveler! Paimon!
Charlotte, what are you doing here?
Looking for you, of course. Did you see those fashion tabloids this morning?
You mean that sorry excuse for an article? Oh, just thinking
Come
about
on, investigative journalist, let's go!
You too, huh? Whoever wrote that article must have known the Steambird would never print something so defamatory.
Unfortunately, not all papers in Fontaine share our same sense of journalistic integrity.
I mean, not that we should say much if we're trying to compare Steamer to,
Miss Chiori doesn't deserve to suffer all this baseless slander.
Real life.
I was just about to find some people to interview so that I can write an article to refute all those claims. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's people who misrepresent and distort the facts.
After all, the Washington Post did publish Amber Heard's article.
That's great! With your help, we might be able to get some
politics.
people
I'll
back
shut
on
up.
our side.
It's my pleasure. I've met Miss Chiori several times. I know she's not the kind of person that article makes her out to be.
Wait.
She was the one who made the hat and tie for my camera, Monsieur Verite. Speaking of Miss Chiori, do you know where she went? Alof told me you were all together.
You came in from a different direction than the store.
Maybe she went over there? Let's go check.
If you ask me, I think Chiori Boutique is done for.
I mean, what did they expect? Engaging with criminals behind their customers' backs.
I'm gonna throw something out there. I thought From the Maripede is a
They
rebirth.
kept up a solid front, though. I've even bought from them before.
Bitches.
Really? How was it? The owner was plenty fierce, that's for sure. Makes sense if she regularly deals with criminals, I guess. I've got the chills
Clear
just thinking
sheet.
about it.
Oh no, we've lost her. Did you hear what all those people were saying? Paimon can't believe they bought all that nonsense.
Miss Chiori doesn't often appear in public or give a lot of interviews, so the general public hasn't had a chance to really get to know her. It's also true that her way of dealing with things can be a little extreme sometimes. It's easy to use that to mislead people who don't know anything else about her.
Oh, this is all Uter's fault. Paimon would pick him up and throw him across the room too if she could.
Actually, I'd throw him out the window of a very, very tall tower.
Wait a second. You don't think Chiori might have gone looking for him, do you? You know, so she can, finish what she started?
That would only make the situation worse for her. I'm sure Miss Chiori knows that too.
I mean, if you're really, really angry.
You've got a point. Let's just return to the boutique and see if she's there then.
I don't know. There is such thing as blind rage. Seeing red, you know.
Alof, we're back! Oh, who's this?
Ah, this is Miss Letitia. She's also here to see Miss Chiori.
Oh, you were the one who came to collect the wedding dress yesterday, right? Wait, please don't say you're returning that dress too.
Oh, no, not at all. I'm just here to thank her. In fact, if there's anything I can do to help her out, I'd be more than willing.
Ah, so you've come across that article as well.
Yeah, you probably don't know this, but after I got engaged, I didn't think I'd be able to wear a Chiori dress on my wedding day.
Why?
My fiancé owns a small business. It doesn't bring in a lot of mora, but we get by. After he proposed, he took me to Chiori Boutique, and we put down a custom order for a dress. He probably noticed how often I talked about Miss Chiori's clothes, and how pretty they were. Being able to wear one of her dresses to my wedding has always been my dream.
I repeat, how long is Chiori? Or
then-
it's since she was dating him that it came along.
And then something happened to the business, and we ran into major mora problems. We were able to scrounge up enough to pay off our debts, but it left us without the funds to pay for the dress.
But didn't Chiori say she was able to make the dress from what was left of the original deposit?
Yes. When I came to cancel the order, she asked if something happened, and I told her everything. She heard me out, and then told me not to worry. She assured me that the deposit I paid would be enough for the dress, and that she'd be able to finish making it in time as well.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? I've always known Miss Chiori to be a woman of her word.
It is good. It's just, after I went home yesterday, I couldn't help but take out the dress and try it on.
Of course.
My fiancé happened to walk into the room, and when he saw me, he froze on the spot.
Bad! That's bad luck!
What a shame. He's not supposed to see it until the wedding day.
Well, see, that wasn't actually the issue. He's seen a lot of wedding dresses in his time doing business. So as soon as he saw it, he knew for sure that it must have cost far more than what we paid.
Huh? So wait, that means...
Yeah. Miss Chiori covered all the costs and held nothing back. The fabric, accessories, beading, construction. It was all of the highest quality.
Oh. Miss Letitia, I'd really like to use your story for a piece I'm writing about the boutique. Would you mind going on the record?
Huh? Well, if it would help Miss Chiori out, I wouldn't mind at all.
I think it'd go a long way. Your real experience is more powerful than all those lies combined.
Hey, Olaf! Has Chiori come back here since we left?
Huh? I thought you were all together.
Well, we were. If she didn't come back here, then do you know of any other places she could have gone?
Oh, I remember now. There's this one cliff by the sea. Miss Chiori would always go there whenever she was upset.
In that case, why don't we split up? I'll continue interviewing Miss Letitia, and you two can go look for Miss Chiori.
All right, sounds good.
Let's go. What do y'all have to say? Wrong button.
So, in your opinion, what is Miss Chiori like as a person?
Let's see. Well, she's certainly not afraid to say what she means, but she always looks out for her customers however she can.
Miss Chiori isn't the sort to just give up. She probably just needs a place where she can think in peace.
All the way up there. Wrong button. Kill me. Kind of a pretty place. Good that it's raining. Is it supposed to be raining?
Uh-huh. How did you know where I... Alof told you, didn't she?
Oh, it stopped raining for this scene.
She did. We were just looking for you at the shop and Letitia was there. She wanted to thank you for the dress. So, you see? You don't have to be sad. We'll figure out how to get through this together.
I'm not upset. I just wanted to get some fresh air.
I'm not upset. I'm fucking furious.
Want to sit here with me? The view's quite stunning. Sorry about that. I'm the only one here most of the time.
All right, don't mind if we do.
Well, how does it feel?
This place is pretty great.
Right? It's quiet and open, and far from the relentless critique from fashion commentators and the media. It's just you and the beautiful scenery.
Yeah, it's important to take yourself out of that kind of stressful environment every once in a while.
Also looks like a good place to throw somebody over the edge that angers you. I mean...
I didn't grow up in a very strict family. My parents would joke that I grew up to be so assertive because they spoiled me as a child. I would get together with the other children to climb trees and explore caves. One time, I even climbed over the walls of the Kamisato estate. One of the servants had to physically remove me.
Oh, Paimon would have never imagined that.
But even as rambunctious as I was, when it came to needlework, I was as quiet and focused as could be. It was as if I discovered a whole new world within those vibrant, dazzling fabrics. You know the feeling?
Yeah, and also there's crabs below, so when the body hits the ground, they could be eating it. Like the giant crabs.
Sorta.
I mean, serious conversation.
My parents noticed, and they sent me to study under a famous Inazuman tailor. It wasn't long before I had driven away pretty much every master tailor on the archipelago. You could say I really tried their patience.
You were that misbehaved?
Well done! Well done!
I wasn't misbehaved, exactly. I just often had strange ideas when it came to fashion. Ones that weren't in line with traditional ways of doing things. On top of that, I hated the idea of groveling and making outfits for every arrogant big shot expecting me to be at their beck and call.
In fact, there was one of my old videos that has me trying to name one of the crabs, one of the crabs that looks like the size of it, and I mentioned the gigantic thing, and then pulled up the thing, and it said about eating human flesh, and me laughing about that.
Anyway, a few incidents later,
it is.
I soon found myself without a master. Worse, not one shop was willing to hire me.
I think it was clipped.
Not even to do grunt work.
I think it was clipped. 1 second. Yeah, just a harmless crab. Coconut crabs are generally no threat to human. They won't attack, but they're thought to be attracted to human. I mean... well, it's a scavenger.
No wonder you left Inazuma.
I was angry and frustrated. So, before I left, I swore to all those masters that my brand would one day become renowned all over Teyvat.
Well, that's a great dream to strive towards.
After that, I came all the way to the court of Fontaine, a city often referred to as the capital of arts and fashion. I had a lot of fun starting out. Sure, I was living in a small cramped room, but I was finally free to make whatever I wanted. I had a far more naive view of fashion back then. As long as something was pretty, it would become popular, right? A simple concept, surely. Of course, as I spent more and more time in the industry, I learned nothing was ever that simple. Least of all, fashion.
Dream of wearing one at her wedding.
Oh, you mean Letitia? Yeah, she did mention that dream. I'll be honest with you. That's the first time I ever heard something like that from one of my customers. Who would have thought? Even as I continue to pursue my dream, my work has also become someone else's. Alright, that's enough sightseeing for one day. Time to come up with a way out of this mess.
Murder.
Ooh, looks like you've got your game face back.
Murder!
Back? It was never gone to begin with. I did say I wasn't upset, didn't I?
Yeah, I repeat, she's fucking furious.
Paimon thinks we should look for evidence that Uter wrote that article, and that he hired those treasure hoarders to attack Kirara.
Cool. Good thing that we're friends with people at Meripede.
Charlotte's already working on an article to address all those nasty rumors so we can publish all our findings in the Steambird once we're done.
I don't like duking it out in the press. But if Charlotte's thrown her hat in the ring, I won't stop her either. I know where Uter's clothing factory is located. It might be a good place to start looking for some evidence.
Sounds good. We'll come with.
I'm not saying I want to go to the Fortress of Meripede because I want to see Risley, but I want to go to the Fortress of Meripede so I can see Risley. And Siegewin.
As for Fashion Week, well, there's always next year, right? So there's no need to be too upset.
Huh? When did this become an either-or situation? Find incriminating evidence or participate in Fashion Week. I'm doing both.
Caffeine exists, and coffee.
But your accessories! Didn't you say your designs were unusable without them?
She can make new ones.
Well, it's true that I haven't quite figured out what to do about that.
I mean,
but
like, new designs, but also, we have...
To tell you the truth, even here in Fontaine, every time I see the sea, I can't help but remember Inazuma, and the vow I made in front of those masters.
Hey, we can also Navia if she has anything.
Thinking about all that, I just can't bear to take even one step back. The sea.
Inspiration?
What did you just say, Chiori?
Inspiration?
The sea. Seashells, coral. I've got it.
Got what?
Paimon, shut up, let the artist be artist.
Come, let's take a dip, shall we?
Do we keep our clothes on? Because I will be very disappointed. Go away, Paimon.
Chiori! Wait, hold up!
Keep up.
See, there's crabs down here to eat the bodies when it's falling.
I'm used to the rain, but you should probably use it.
Yeah, but any sexy time, please. Preferably not anywhere near Paimon, please. First of all, she'd be scarred. I'd be scarred. We wouldn't be able to.
Why did you just jump into the sea all of a sudden?
Say, we might not be able to look each other in the eyes for
what
weeks.
What do you think is the most beautiful thing in the sea?
Yeah.
A Lumitwell? Or a pearl, maybe? Oh, coral's pretty too.
All of it.
Oh, Paimon gets it now! You want to use things like that as the accessories for your design!
Never.
Well, now that you hit the nail on the head, help me grab some, would you?
I
Leave it to
beat you
us.
up. You thought you were gonna. Seashells, seashells. He sells seashells. By the seashore, except I'm taking seashells by the seashore. And also other things. Flowers.
These should be enough, right? Paimon picked all the prettiest ones in this area.
But yeah, it'd be embarrassed to look Paimon in the eye after, you know, the coitus, if she overhears it. And then, of course, she'll blab to everybody, so yeah.
Everything looks great. I've also collected a pretty big batch, so we should have enough.
And then everybody will know, and then...
So are we gonna head back now and make
Of course,
some new
since I have so many, you know, waifus and husbandos that might, you know... Well, I have a harem, it doesn't really matter, but I mean,
Yes,
there
but
might
don't
be
forget,
some that might, you
we've
know,
got more than
be
just the
mad that I'm not
designs to
spending
worry
quality
about
time
when we
with
get
them.
back.
It just becomes a whole thing.
Okay, we've got the materials for the accessories. Next, we'll need to use what we have on hand to create some new outfits.
You mean we have to start from scratch? Will there be enough time?
I should be able to make it, if I skip out on sleep.
Oh no, skipping out on sleep is not the answer. Wait, how come this conversation is giving Paimon major deja vu?
Nah, nothing to happen to do with the other, not the recent lantern, right? But the one before that. Guess going after what you want.
Well, anyway, sleep is important. You're not gonna convince Paimon otherwise.
Good, we're not listening.
Well, I can't argue with you there. One thing's for sure, though. I'm going to do whatever it takes to make it work. All this grit and determination. It reminds me of the first fashion week I ever participated in.
General statement for me is I will keep working until I fall asleep because I know that I will make every fucking excuse not to get up once I've gone to sleep.
What else can we help with?
So...
Let me see. I suppose all there's left to do is tear up all the outfits currently on display.
Violence!
You got it! Wait, what did you just say?
What? Violence!
You heard me. Tear them all up.
Hey, fabric.
When I went to that first fashion week, I had no savings to speak of. Just a few dozen yards of fabric and a dream.
Also, you can...
I had to make something work, so I tore up all the clothes that I brought with me from Inazuma, and I used the scraps to make my entries for the show.
Let's say, if you're very
I used
careful,
the larger
you can always
pieces
do
for
it
the
by
base
the
fabric
seams.
and the smaller pieces for accessories.
So that you can actually have pretty big...
If it worked
I'm
back
not saying
then,
this
why not
because
now?
I helped Mom
We can
make
also repurpose
outfits.
some of the ready-to-use accessories in the shop as well.
But on the side note of that is, I didn't do very well with it. I guess more practice might have done something.
All these outfits.
Paimon!
I know. That's why I refuse to let it all go to waste. I'm not going to let them win, even if it takes everything I've ever made and more.
Okay, then. Here goes nothing.
Yeah, Paimon, shut the fuck up and go with it!
No need to
We're
be nervous.
wasting time.
I won't hold it against you.
I'm not really worried about you holding against me.
Of course. If anyone dared to tear up one of my dresses in front of me on a normal day, I'd probably toss them into the sewer.
I mean, I was figuring.
Just
Alright,
this once,
violence.
though. I think I can make an exception. Go ahead and tear them up. Think of it as a good way to vent your emotions.
I mean, you can do it too. I don't think me using the knife this way is gonna have him folded like that. That is too. I'll say.
Good job. That should do it.
Chiori, are you alright? Sorry for taking so long. I got caught up and... Whoa. What happened to your shop?
Violence.
Who did this? Those monsters. Slandering you in the papers wasn't enough for them, was it? They even sent people to wreck your shop. Give me their names. Since they're all too eager to tear up other people's clothes, I think it's about time the Spina di Rosula return the favor.
Mafia.
Maybe you should calm down a bit.
I'll say, no wait, I have to bring this joke back. I have to. There is no stopping me on this one. I did this all through the Archon quest and her quest when it came up. Stupid phone. You. I'm not sure if I'm. Say, I have a voice like one of those things that that says it aloud. My phone's old, so when I type something in... We're gonna keep this joke going. Sorry. I repeat, I know this is out of nowhere. I should have figured out that this was gonna come up again. I got this ready, but woe is me. Here's the voice. Oh, come on. Seriously? Google, are you failing me on this? Milieu. But I repeat, I had a specific lady saying it on here. There we go, found it.
Feel you.
Go with this joke.
Feel you.
Hi, Rosie. Rosie, words. Hi, bad boy Vesper. Hi. I'm making a joke about the Spina di Rosa not being, you know, mafia. So I have the French word for mafia
Milieu.
being said aloud because I had problems saying it. What were you playing? And welcome in! Because Navia's...
Ugh, what is this, a soap opera?
Hi, Hero!
I was the one who asked the traveler to tear up the outfits. We need all the fabric and accessories we can get.
Oh, so that's what happened. I guess I got a bit ahead of myself just now.
Playing.
Back to what you were doing, everyone. You can all just pretend
thank you for the
like
lurk.
I didn't say
appreciate.
anything.
I need to actually do a command for that.
Navia sure is scary when she's angry.
Yes.
There's one thing I can't stand. It's a false accusation.
I mean, for obvious reasons for your storyline.
Orchestrate some conspiracy to take down one of my friends and get away with it.
Cyberpunk. Nice. Need to eventually play that game. It is.
You and Chiori are really close.
So much money for spring sale.
Of course. Everyone knows that Chiori makes the most gorgeous outfits in town. All of the Spina di Rosula's formal wear is custom tailored here.
Then why aren't people thinking that, you know, it's, you know, criminals that work here? It is the mafia. I mean...
Feel you.
Sorry.
No,
Bad joke.
If only you'd give me the contract for your uniforms as well.
As if you'd enjoy designing something as boring and formulaic as a uniform. That's why I didn't ask you in the first place, silly. Plus, with how much your intel has helped us out in the past, to the Spina, you're more of an intelligence agency than a fashion boutique.
Feel you.
Sorry.
If I had it my way, it would be the other way around.
Anyway, we both know why I'm here.
Hi, Opal.
Tell me, how can the Spina be of service to you?
How could the milieu
Milieu.
be of service to you, mafia?
If
Also,
it's not too
milieu
much
means
trouble.
good.
Can I borrow some skilled hands to
good
help with
fellow,
some simple
I think?
sewing work?
In
I'll need all the help
French.
I can get if I'm going to finish these outfits over the next few days.
Oh, no problem. I've got a few of those guys all ready to go. I just knew you wouldn't be intimidated into withdrawing from this year's show. When are you going
Iced
to get
coffee
started?
sounds good, actually, right
I can
now.
help with sewing too.
Actually, there's something else I'd like to ask of you.
Model?
Ask away. I'm all ears.
I wonder if it's a new outfit that they're gonna try and sell us.
Oh, and Traveler and Paimon, could you help me pass word to Linny and Lynette? I'll need their help as well.
Woo!
I'm done with my interview. Has Miss Chiori made it back yet? Oh! What happened to the boutique?
Violence.
Who did this? Give me names. I'll make sure every last one lands a full feature on the front page of the Steambird tomorrow.
Assumptions. Everybody. It's a good thing. Like.
Not this again.
It's like you have friends that like will stand up for you. Damn.
What should we do about these clothes everywhere? Need any
No,
help?
they're awesome. Like I love them in the storyline. Though Chiori isn't in the storyline.
Sort them by the type of fabric first, and then by color. Oh, and don't forget to remove any accessories and put them to the side.
No, I would suggest
That sounds
going
pretty
through if
straightforward.
you really
I'll
like
help
these
too.
characters. The Archon quest for this region is finished.
What should we do about these clothes everywhere? Need any help?
Sort them by the type.
That sounds
sorry, I
pretty
was just making
straightforward.
sure. Sometimes they each have their own dialogue. Okay, and we're also gonna do, hopefully, Lynette's, at least one of Lynette's, endings for her hangout. And then we'll go back, and hopefully the potion shop for the final day is open. And I'll sit here and hate myself, because it'll be at the very end, and my mind will be gone. I'm trying to get, you know, have to do the puzzles correctly, have to do the puzzles correctly, have to do the puzzles correctly. Me? Need help? Never.
Keep up.
How's at the hearth? Well, I don't know. Saying... Okay, this might be a bit... spoilery if I say anything about House of the Hearth for the Archon quest.
Lenny, Lynette! Great, you're both here!
Hi, sweeties!
A moment later and you'd have missed us.
We read the article in the papers. We were just about to go find Miss Chiori. She helped design a number of our costumes in the past and even sponsored one of our performances. The time has come, it seems, for us to return the favor.
Whoa!
Oh, perfect! She was the one who
Not
sent
gonna
us.
do anything underhanded, are we, Lenny?
In that case, I assume that there's something we can do to help. Just say the word and we'll take care of it.
Okay, so it's like this.
Is that all we'll need to do?
Should be a piece of cake for the two of us.
Paimon's glad to hear it! Well then, guess it's about time we go and find some evidence for all the bad stuff Utera's been doing, right?
Violence!
Chiori said we shouldn't disturb her over the next couple of days. We can check in with her again once she's done with all the new designs.
But the show's in another 2 days, isn't it? Will she be able to make the deadline?
Well, according to her, she wants to first beat Uther fair and square at the show, and then defeat him in the court of public opinion. She said that it'd be like...
A two-pronged approach?
Courtesy first, confrontation second.
I love the both of you.
Yeah, something like that.
Understood. Then we'll have faith in her decision. We'll go make some preparations. See you at the venue in 2 days.
Alright, we're counting on you!
Will your outfits be buyable if we do get to see the outfits, or will it just be in like a freeze frame kind of drawing?
Then let's also do as Chiori said, and meet up with her at Uther's factory in 2 days. We'll gather the evidence then.
Oh, we don't even get to see it?
Oh, Paimon sure hopes she won't have a hard time making all those new outfits for the show.
Fresh fruit, sweeter than syrup.
Well, gee. Fun. Fun. Yes, cat, I know you exist. Don't step on keyboard! Yes, you get pets. You're good. You're being good. Don't step on the wall. Don't mess up what I'm seeing. I have no orange cat.
It's all part of the learning process.
I have a black cat. I have a calico cat. Well, it's technically the calico cat's my mom's. I have a brown tabby. Right now, Anubis is the black cat that is trying to take over my laptop that I have the text for the Twitch on. We wait 2 days. Yeah. Gives me time to pet cat. Yes. Yes. Sunrise, sunset. Woo-doo-doo.
Keep up.
Oh, it's in the underground. What? Why should I be surprised?
you're here.
Oh, the other thing I need to do is do the trial to show how they play.
You look kinda tired.
Just a few steps left now. I've handed the rest over to Olaf. We should be able to make tonight's show.
Wow, that's cutting it real close. Are you sure she'll be okay without you?
Coffee.
Don't worry. I have no intention of giving ground on either front. With the fashion show scheduled for tonight, Uter has closed his factory. This is our only chance to secure any incriminating evidence.
Okay, Paimon totally gets that this is all his fault and he totally deserves it, but wouldn't we technically be trespassing on his property if we just barge in like this?
His factory is usually open to the public. It may not be open for business right now, but that doesn't mean visitors can stop by for a tour.
But
we're just curious customers after all, aren't we?
But they know what you look like.
Put it that way.
They know what you look like.
Anyway, Uter's factory is right over there. Let's hurry up and get moving.
Why would he open a factory over there?
Because it's cheap work
We have
labor.
different marketing strategies. While I specialize in high-end custom garments, he prefers low prices and large sales volumes. I don't know. Maybe the rent here is cheap.
Or the slaves are.
All right.
I mean workers.
It's really creepy.
I mean Amazon workers.
I mean, choose to buy anything from a place like that.
I mean Indian sweatshops.
You make a good point. Let's all be on our guard.
Or Chinese, or wherever. The sweatshops are found everywhere, really. There's actually some in the United States as well. I know that we're probably going to get her along for the ride, so... as a trial character, so
We'll need a strategy.
Yep, see? Get to play as her.
We're in. There really is nobody here.
Except the robot. Smart guy!
Welcome, dear visitors.
Oh, Paimon nearly fell out of the air. What is that thing?
It's
a
Humpty
mechanical
Dumpty.
guide. They usually use a recorded tape to give you a tour of the factory.
Please follow me, dear guests.
Of course. Risley. Not Risley, Wesley or whatever from...
First stop on our tour is a look at the gradual evolution of our clothing brand.
Doesn't look like it's changed. It looks the fucking same!
After that, we welcome you to peruse our most popular styles.
Huh. Uter seems to be doing pretty well for himself.
They look
doesn't
the
he?
fucking
Why would he
same!
feel the need to bother you when he could just focus on improving his own brand?
This is the studio where our designs are made. Please, take a look around at your leisure.
Leisure.
Yep, this seems like Uter's workspace, all right. Let's see what we can find.
Please let him be this stupid. Marketing expense, 10,000. 100,000 Mora. Employment expensive, 200,000 Mora. Courier shall arrive in the city in the morning. He's this fucking stupid! He is! Oh my god, he set this all up. Nothing strange about them.
These are the fitting rooms. Please use them at your leisure.
Huh? There seems to be something in this fitting room. Why did the door just close?
Hold on tight, Paimon.
Why is it moving?
Wait. Motherfucker's so stupid. Motherfucker is absolutely...
It seems to have stopped.
Oh! Would you look at that?
Where did this thing take us?
It seems like we're someplace deeper inside the factory.
Hi, welcome to Sweatshops. How may I help you? Probably not absolutely looking everywhere. I forgot you have this little thing that's around. Sorry. I saw the thing for the... It's a little toy. Well, not really toy. Ew! How to get in there is my pretty dress. Is there something over there? Am I easily... Oh, it won't let me up there. I forgot. You can't climb in dungeons. Unless they want you to.
Look out! There are guards here!
Hi, Mon. I eat these for breakfast. Where's this? Say literally once a day during
one with the forest.
Incinerate!
Literally when I have to do dailies, I eat these guys for breakfast. It's not
And shroud.
horrifying as you're trying to make it sound.
Strike a pop!
Let's nip that in the bud.
Hold the line. Let's move out. Let's move out.
Oh no, guards! What are we gonna do? We're
Let's
gonna
move out.
die. Are you gonna let me up here? Can I go up here? Can I? Is there something up here?
Let's move out.
Chest. I feel like they've done something wrong if I can get up here, or I'm going a place too early and eventually I'll make my way up here anyways. Alright, Chiori. Knock knock, motherfuckers! Oh. That's a reasonable amount of time. I was expecting it to suddenly smash back down. Smash your pass.
This place is filthy! Are the clothes from Uter's shop seriously made here?
Do you think it's anywhere else?
Look over there.
Ooh, that water looks super nasty!
You know we swam in water like this.
Paimon can smell the stench from all the way over here.
Welcome to the sewers.
And I was the one using unsafe materials, Uter?
So he was actually the one who opened an underground factory.
I mean, you know the rules of politics or public opinion is take your lowest, you know, things that people detract you on and then push it onto your opponent.
No wonder his clothes always felt weird to the touch. He's been using all manner of tricks here in a bid to cut costs.
Should the clothes made here even be worn?
Accuse it of your opponent.
Never mind issues with shrinking and fading. These materials can give you skin problems if you wear them too often.
Yeah, there's a really popular brand recently that like people buy, you know, clothes from. I don't remember right offhand. That literally they found enough lead, and some of it's children's clothes. They found enough lead to be absolutely horrifyingly dangerous. I feel like this should be a public announcement now that I'm thinking about it. Let me find it. While we're talking about this kind of stuff, and nothing like it. Me, autistic? Never. Who'da thunk? Also, ADHD. I'm fucked when it comes to this kind of stuff, and I've had my ADHD medicine, so it's not making it anywhere fast. Great. Goddamn. With them, or is it somebody else? Being distracted by things. Or was it Cruel Mind Happy World?
That's
I don't remember.
terrifying! Let's take some photos right away as evidence.
Cat!
This way he won't be able to try and deny anything in court. Alright,
I mean,
let's keep going.
he could. Sheen. It's called Sheen. It's S-H-E-I-N. And, can cause her to dash forward, hold and aim the directions. I have decided elemental skill dash. Okay. But no, it's called Sheen, and like,
doesn't look like
dangerous levels of...
Follow me. Let's go up.
Anyways, I'm good at what I do. But no, they say it's cheap clothing and all this other stuff that you can buy online and stuff, but they found absolutely... Well, besides the work conditions and stuff, they found dangerous amount of lead and other stuff. Which, of course, any amount of lead is dangerous. Especially since it was in children's clothes.
This place seems like some kind of warehouse.
It's
Ugh,
a factory!
And it stinks too!
That you have to... With the factory, there usually comes a warehouse to put the stuff that your factory stuff makes.
Huh? What's going on? Our way in's been blocked!
He wants to trap us. He knew we were coming.
Seems like he knew we'd be coming.
Gasp.
You did say he knew you really well, didn't you?
No, shame.
Yes. And that's because we used to be partners.
Oh, who'da guessed?
Wait, you're practically at each other's throats! Now you're telling us you used to work together?
I mean, love can make people hate each other a lot after
When
it's
I first came
I'm not
to
talking about
Fontaine,
love, like, I mean,
we were
caring
both
for each other
fledgling
too.
designers who longed to gain a foothold in the world of fashion.
Also, jealousy does a
We
lot.
shared the same goal, so we decided to work together. In the beginning, we both wanted to make clothes that would stand out from the crowd and shatter tradition. The kind of clothes that would turn heads and leave people in awe. But with every criticism we received, and every sponsor that rejected us, Uter's confidence disappeared little by little. Finally, right before Fashion Week, he came to the conclusion that we wouldn't be able to make the designs we always dreamed of, and we parted ways. For my part, I gambled it all, and devoted everything I had to that 1 week. I came out the other side with something that really made me proud. I was nervous to present it, of course, but I knew it was my chance to show the industry what I was made of.
You received the acclaim of all Fontaine while Uter gave up on his dream and turned to making this sketchy stuff.
I don't know the exact details of what happened after that. All I know is, after I opened Chiori Boutique, he's harassed me every year since.
Jelly, jelly, jelly!
He's just jealous of what you've accomplished.
I said it first!
Like that doesn't deserve—
Well, let's
but didn't
focus
mean
on
that.
getting out of here first.
Jelly, jelly, jelly.
Missing the show is as good as letting him win.
I mean, good thing the Traveler is here with a flying companion that will not fly up to get stuff, right?
There are some control panels over there. Let's see if any of those buttons do anything.
Until it works. It's such a cool thing. Too bad I'm saving
Oh,
for...
that doesn't seem to have done anything. Maybe try the next one?
I think that he's...
That didn't do anything either.
Going the opposite direction? Huh?
Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion line.
Oh, wow. I don't care. good. He wanted to kill us.
Look over there. Seems
Over
like there's a way
there.
out. Maybe we can use these mechanisms to get higher.
I guess.
Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode.
Whatever. Odd place to put these.
Warning. Warning.
Warning, warning, shut the fuck up.
Intruders entering expulsion mode.
Danny!
Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode.
I think us to smell bad. Is that your... Yeah.
We finally made it out.
No, we haven't.
Uh-huh. Why does it feel like the movement patterns of those mechs have changed?
Warning.
Never.
Unauthorized intruders initiating shutdown procedure.
By the way, have I mentioned I'm very, very bad at, platforming? Like...
Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders initiating shutdown procedure. Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders initiating shutdown procedure.
Fuck! No! God damn! I just suck at platforming altogether.
Warning. Unauthorized intruders initiating shutdown procedure.
Oh no, he never thought that we could, you know, climb. Swim, especially since we're, you know, whatchamacallit users. No, because the Hydro Archon gives blessings to vision users so that they can breathe underwater without having to worry about, you know, drowning, unlike other places. Now I'm icky.
We're finally out of that stinky place. Let's take this evidence and get out of here.
I hope.
Finally, the entrance. At last.
Shut up. God damn.
Oh, those chambers couldn't hold you, I see. What a surprise.
Hey, speak your speech.
We've collected a bunch of evidence.
Shut up,
of all the
Paimon!
nasty stuff happening at your factory.
Paimon!
You're not getting away this time, Uter.
Pretend we didn't get evidence.
The evidence on your person, you mean? What makes you think I have any intention of letting it get past these walls?
Sweetie. Sweetie, sweetie, sweetie. I've taken out the Raiden Shogun. I have... You think these bitches could take me? I literally took on a whale from outer fucking space.
More mechanical guards? Really? Ever thought about using these funds for a legitimate purpose?
Oh, but this is a legitimate purpose.
What? Destroying Chiori Boutique?
Alright, night,
Or
Haru.
continuing to make your rotten rags?
Proving that fashion is merely a laughable farce. A carnival of ignorance!
I mean, the fashion is a laughable farce, but we put value in it.
You know what your problem is, Uter? You've become so obsessed with the concept of fashion itself that you let it paralyze you. Stop trying to cater to it. Focus on your own work, and you get to decide what fashion means.
Spare me the lecture, why don't you? Sooner or later, you'll cater to all the voices too, you know. After all, what is fashion but another form of public opinion?
Fashion is about aspiring towards a certain ideal, but it's up to you to decide what it is. My brand caters to no one but myself and my vision. That's my ideal, and it's not going to change.
Well, once the people witness their former darling's spectacular fall, they'll understand how laughable that ideal truly is.
I'm gonna throw this out there. You are standing right next to me. You are stupid enough to be standing right next to me. I know the game won't let me, you know, hit you, but you do your villainy Saturday morning cartoon villainy walk over here speech.
That's what you've been trying to prove all this time? Your jaded understanding of the industry is the reason you've had it out for my brand for so long? You weren't like this before, Uter. What happened to the man who wanted to make something that would bring the entire world to its knees?
I think it's obvious.
He realized long ago how utterly naive and ridiculous that dream was.
I beg to differ. Naive implies that it'll never happen. Or could never happen with anybody.
You gave up on your dream, but that wasn't enough, was it? You had to find a way to prove to yourself that it could never have been possible at all. You think you understand, but you're just a bitter man who let his regrets dictate his choices. You regret giving up on your dream. So you stopped at nothing to prove to yourself that it wasn't the wrong choice. This whole thing, Uter. It's pathetic.
I know, right?
Pathetic? Why don't you take a look in the mirror? You're a fool daydreaming about taking all of Teyvat by storm.
She would be further along if you hadn't
good luck
stopped her.
doing that when even Fontaine doesn't have a place for you anymore.
Caused by you!
You're right. Maybe all those who pursue their dreams are fools.
Better than not having any dreams at all.
But more pitiful still are cowards who are too afraid to even attempt what the fool is brave enough to try.
You...
Oh, a gun. Gotta show the catch.
Just leave this guy to us!
Violence!
No, you go instead.
Woman, I crave violence.
But he has a gun!
And I have well, I don't have a vision. She has a vision. I have all the fucking elements in my control.
It'll be fine. Just go to the venue and tell everyone to proceed with the plan. I'll deal with him. Some lessons are best delivered in person.
Oh god, step on me. I mean, have fun.
Catch up with us soon!
Trying to leave, are we?
I've held back all this time because of our past partnership, Uter. But all that changed after our tour of your factory.
Sweatshop.
Still trying to talk tough, I see.
No matter what you've been through, no matter why you've become like this. If I may borrow the words of a friend, a guy like you doesn't deserve my sympathy.
A guy like him doesn't deserve any of your emotions. That's too much a waste of energy.
Allow me to show you the true meaning of the Chiori brand.
Am I gonna fight using her? Run.
The Chiori brand represents more than a person or a trademark. It's a way of life.
Greetings, friends at Fontaine Fashion Week. Please feast your eyes on the extravaganza that Chiori Boutique has prepared for you today.
How does this work?
Brilliant, dazzling, and wholly unique. And most importantly,
an enduring, never-say-die spirit. That's the true meaning of the Chiori brand. And now, let's welcome the thundering seamstress, Miss Chiori herself!
Did Chiori not...
Go off. That's fun.
Lights! Cameras! Over here, please!
Let the show begin.
The world may change, fashion along with it, but Chioria will remain the same. No challenge is too great. Chioria caters to no one. Not even the times.
Of course
Rather,
they will, Lenny, and
Chioria
that's
will
him.
always lead the fashion of our time. Finally, let's not forget. Only those who do not give up on their dreams are worthy of this brand. Well then, I suppose all that's left to say is, Happy Fashion Week, fellow dreamers.
That was fun filming. That was a fun film.
How about this?
A little more to the left.
Like this?
Perfect.
Phew. Oh, that looks great! Miss Chiori, can I take a picture?
Of course.
I didn't know you'd make a brand new signboard.
With what energy? Can I
made it
have
before
that?
Fashion Week.
Oh.
I figured it'd be best to put it up after the success of the show.
Well, how can you become renowned through all of Tevat without a fancy signboard of your own? The Spina's way ahead of you in that regard.
Now that you mention it, perhaps our magic troupe could use one of those.
Our signatures are the Grinmalkin cat and the Bogglecat box. Oh, and we need to add Pear as well.
Pear would need an alias, of course. How about... the Hangry Bird.
Shut the fuck up, I hate that game. I mean...
So, does that mean your signboard is going to be 2 cats and a penguin stuffed into a single hat?
Ooh, that sounds super snuggly and warm.
And a bit cramped.
Miss Chiori, I'm done taking pictures. You can expect the article in tomorrow's Steambird, along with the evidence the Traveler gathered.
Woo!
Thank you, Charlotte.
It's my pleasure. Bringing the truth to light is a journalist's duty.
Going forward, feel free to custom order any accessories you need for Monsieur Verite. It's on the house.
Huh? You really mean it?
Of course. The same goes for you too, Linny and Lynette. If you have need of any costumes in the future, just drop me a note.
What about something other than a costume?
Thank you, Chiori. It's much appreciated.
Are we talking about a
I don't really need
disguise?
anything. Just don't be a stranger, all right? I don't need anything either. So long as you continue to request my international courier services from Komania Express, we're golden. Actually, that reminds me. When will you be leaving, Kirara?
You want to be an escort again?
About that. The Spina di Rosula has prepared a special vehicle for you, so you can just get in and we'll push it all the way out of Fontaine.
I have to. I have to. Again. At least I still have it up.
You.
Okay.
What? No, that's so embarrassing. Ooh, do we get something nice too, Chiori?
Of course. Just hold on a second.
Disrupting public order at the show, appropriating venue lighting equipment without authorization, using weaponry in public, hosting a dangerous performance without notifying the authorities.
Shivers, we can explain!
If you come across anyone who matches those descriptions, please report them to the Special Patrol at your earliest convenience.
I love you.
Enjoyed that, didn't you? Ugh, you nearly scared me half to death.
Says the one who pulled that stunt earlier. How about you do me a favor and tell me in advance next time you're planning something like that?
And if I had, would you have approved?
No, but it would have at least spared me a whole lot of anxiety.
Well, I would say I more than made it up to you, have I not? A whole underground workshop in the Fleuve Sandra, and the man responsible all tied up and handed to you on a silver platter. Sounds pretty thoughtful if you ask me.
All right, I won't argue with you. You can have this one.
Well, friends, I would say we've earned ourselves a nice meal for our efforts. Let's go. Spina's treat.
You. I'll have to take a rain check. I've still got a lot of paperwork to take care of, so you all go have fun. Oh, by the way, Chiori, I ran into Vanger on the way here.
I don't need to hear it. I'm sure the old fool used pretty much every apology in the book. I'll just visit him some other day and give him a hard time about everything.
You know him well.
Thanks again, HoyoVerse.
My pleasure. Oh, and one last thing. That was really quite an amazing show.
You don't say.
All right, all right. Follow me if you want in on the celebration feast. Come on, we're leaving.
In that whatever thing that you were talking about, vehicle?
Traveler, Paimon, could you go wait for me at that place with the view? I'll let Navia know that we'll be a little late. There's something I'd like to give you.
A place with a view? Oh, Paimon knows where you mean.
Say that louder.
Problem.
Perfect. I'll be right there.
With a view.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
No problem.
Oh, we didn't wait long at all. But what did you want to give us that you couldn't share right in front of everyone else?
Here, take this.
Oh, wow! A brooch! And in the style of Chiori Boutique, too! Wait, Paimon gets one as well?
I've
That
only
is
made
cool.
2 for now. After much consideration, I decided to give them to you two. You've been a great help. Even when things were looking bleak, you stayed by my side.
Because I violence.
There were even times when I felt like I had to fight back and win. Even if it was just to honor the trust that you had in me.
Well, we may have helped a little, but Paimon would say you deserve most of the credit. This result, it was all you, Chiori.
Yes, and you should go home and pass out.
I know for certain
After
that
the
was not
celebration.
case. I've chased my dream for so long that I've come to understand something. Apart from conviction and persistence, the thing that matters most is having friends who believe in you even when you don't believe in yourself. A single person can only do so much. Without all your help, Chiori Boutique could have easily fallen to ruin.
Well, Paimon doesn't think it would have ever gotten to that point. Not if you had anything to say about it. But, about the stuff you said at the show, you aren't worried it'll rub some people the wrong way?
I mean, she'll say fuck 'em.
Perhaps my words were a little pretentious, but they do reflect how I truly feel. I won't bow or scrape before any force in this world, much less any individual. I'm confident in the quality of my work. Create something beautiful, and there will always be people who appreciate it.
Well, guess there's nothing to worry about then. Should we go back and join them at the victory feast?
Oh, yes, of course. But before that, I'd like to admire the view for just a little while longer. You know, of all the nights I've spent in Fontaine, I'd say this is the loveliest by far.
Woo! Like that. I like. Or... let's go ahead and do the test runs. For that.
Out of the frying pan, into the
Oh, there's multiple ones. Oh, multiple ones
Delicate
over
as
here.
silk.
If there's like
It's
other,
nothing.
Booba, get them!
I will need to.
Scraps of color.
Definitely is a
Scatter.
good. One of the things I've noticed, at least with the two, recent Geo ones, is they're more attack based than the others. I have only I played for his. Read that also.
Let's roll!
Don't waste my time.
Advance!
I want Goro so bad, but that's just because I want Doggy Boy.
Attaboy!
Hey, he needs more love, because it's unfair.
It's showtime!
It's nothing.
Charge! Rally!
And also this. That thing that follows you around. Oh my god! He follows you around. He's so cute.
Can't catch me.
But he is a 4-star, and I could pull on stuff for this, but like I said, I am.
Mine. Fall in! Who wants some of this? Let's roll!
And yes, that is. Ito is the voice, same voice as
Everybody stand!
Ryuji in Persona 5.
Bam!
That's why sometimes I do call him Ito.
Can't catch me.
The gingerbread man?
It's showtime!
Submit!
Everyone on me!
Nice. I'll be back Thursday playing that. Yeah.
Let's roll!
They will be Monster Hunter World again. Oh, so cute with the little tail. Okay. I have a problem. Yes, I do.
I must leave no stone unturned.
It's nothing.
Ha! Rally!
Give up. Let's light it up. I'm going.
Charge!
Bye.
Teamwork is.
Fall in! Press the advantage!
It's nothing.
Let's light it up.
The trials. I do not understand her at all. I mean, I know what she is, but I mean, Yunjin's. Okay, she's a shield.
And step.
By royal decree.
Hey, like I said, I don't have many actual rock ones, so finding out that a lot of them actually do have more attacks than say Noelle
Steady as stone.
and
step.
Zhongli.
As a dutiful
I had
maid
Noelle,
would.
but I haven't been leveling her.
Observe. Break a leg.
Rally!
Oz,
reveal thyself.
As you wish, main Fräulein.
Leave it all to me. And step.
Your grand finale.
Fall in!
I guess it works better if...
Shadow Raven, let night fall.
Advance!
Break a leg.
Press the advantage!
Okay, hydrate. I'll do that. Wait a second. Grab. Dory! Alright, thank you so much, Rose! I'm hydrating now. I mean, Dory can be a healer to some degree, but...
Nice and spicy.
I don't like her as a character.
You're in for a little shock. Come a little
and I
closer.
know the reason why she does what she does. It's just...
Here's the good.
Sometimes...
Boba, get them. Eat this.
You're a poor one, Sesame. You should take it out on other people.
Hi. Just like we rehearsed. Your more is mine. Nice and spicy.
Yeah, I like them. Debate.
Keep up.
I am supposed to get a bunch of premium from when I did that however many hours. I will do. You win, I don't want. Got pities out of this for when.
Keep up.
That's what comes out. We're all the way back here. No, wrong one. We have how many minutes left? Minutes.